Hello. Again, we apologize for that. Do we have sound now?
Guys, sound check.
Sound check.
Before we get carried away.
Sound check.
Sound check. Communicate. Tell us. Are we
Anyone
now audible? Can you
With the
hear
sound,
us?
anyone who can hear us, anyone who can just give us a thumbs up, and then we are good to go.
Please let us
Please
know.
let us know before we even go further.
This is very important. You cannot afford to miss this live stream. Okay, this is the most important live stream for us, Mzansi Reality family. Okay, it's important.
Anyone,
important.
guys? Anyone who can hear us? Can you guys hear us? Are we clear? Are we audible? Are we clear? Are we audible? Can anyone tell us? Just go to the yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
Everything
Mpumi
is
H. Thank you.
good. Again, guys, we are here, gathered here. We know that there is load shedding. For others who are impacted, we are very sorry for that. This load shedding thing, we were saying this load shedding thing is going to take long, and seemingly we are just in for a ride here. Those who need backup and who need backup of things to watch immediately should start preparing themselves in downloading some of these things and actually having to watch later
the power is
if
off.
the power is off, because you're going to get bored if you do not have means to actually have backups. For those who have backups, very soon, I think we'll be advertising one guy who does this solar system backup, and I'm currently using it on my side. It's working fine now. So, guys, I think we need a backup, even if it's a generator. I don't know, but I wouldn't advise you to actually buy a generator now, because petrol is just shooting.
Yeah, it has increased again today. Petrol, it's by 2 rand something.
Yeah, even the diesel is also going that direction. So, guys, while we are saying this, what you are seeing there, it's a letter, I think, that was filed by Advocate Teffos.
Okay, it's this side.
I'm hoping that you can see it. We are trying by all means to not bring you bogus stories.
Okay, I'm actually pointing at the wrong side.
Yeah.
It's this side.
So,
my apologies. It's this side. Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us for yet again for another live stream. Now, this live stream is very important, you guys. We have to update you on what's been happening with this case that we have invested our time on. Okay.
So before you go on,
Too many updates.
if you have not subscribed, you won't be able to go on the chat and chat.
Oh, yes.
Please subscribe and please talk to us on the chats there. We will open calls, I think, at the
at a
end,
later stage.
depending on how long this takes.
Yes.
Do not call us now. Yes, the numbers are there, but do
we'll
not call
tell
us.
you.
We'll let you know. Give you
Once
thumbs
we
up.
have informed
Once we have informed you.
and created that structure of what we're going to talk about, then you can call us later when we say, now you can call in, okay, you guys? And thank you so much for joining us. You know, I appreciate you. Everyone who subscribed, everyone who watches the videos. Thank you. I don't think I thank you enough. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And on top of that, I was thinking about this load shedding situation with Anonymous. The fact that you have to plan your cooking, plan everything.
It is fighting, because sometimes it comes at 6 and some people are from work at 6. So when you get in your house and then there's a lot of shading
you
already.
have to charge in advance. Like, you have to now think about things you didn't have to think about before. Which is crazy.
Last time when we had a problem of this live where I was disconnected,
Yes.
the guy installed my solar in a wrong way, and then electricity just went off and everything
it would
just
cut
went.
this live stream off.
Even now, I'm not on ESCOM. I am on a solar system because of that. Now I'm actually in a good state because my battery is full. As ESCOM is back currently on my side, it's even charging using ESCOM. So you need to have a backup in a sense. If you can afford it, I would advise you to buy it. That like 24,000 there's a minimum.
Someone is asking here, how much does it cost?
It starts from, I would say, for lights, just
Yeah.
for lights and lights, maybe a TV.
Yeah.
You need something like 15,000.
15K.
The one that I'm using now is 3K, which is like took me like 32 to install it in my house. Obviously, there are levels. There's even more than that, and there's even way more than that where you can fully cook. Mine can use. I think I can use 2 TVs. There's a fridge, and then my lights are on. Everything that I'm doing now, it's through that inventor, which is 3K. Almost everything. My kid is watching TV wherever she is right now, and she's using that. So it's fully functioning, and I can also boil water and all that.
So with the one with the stove, it costs more.
If you want the one with the stove, I think you'll have to cough up closer to 45,000-50,000, and you can always upgrade in the one that you have.
Okay.
So I have 2 batteries right now.
Yeah.
That are working.
Yeah.
That are busy charging as the SCOM is back. So it is connected in a manner that it uses solar during the day, solar first, and then if it happens that later we still have problem with load shading and still comes and go, it uses battery. It charges through ESCOM.
Oh.
So ESCOM is back, but I'm still not switched on to ESCOM. I'm just using it to charge my batteries, and then in the morning it will be using solar. So guys, people need to invest in that direction, because I'm telling you, this is not gonna end now. We're still far from, and it saves me a lot of money. I think I was buying electricity in my house of close to 800 a month. That is including a geyser and my bath, like everything that I use. It was around 8 to 1,000. Winter, it would be close to 1,000 because of other things that needs taking care of. Even solar itself, which uses, within a geyser that uses solar plus electricity, water get cold in winter, so it start warming up, and I don't switch my geyser off. So I was spending around 1,000 or so to actually have electricity in my house fully for a month.
Promise here us how many hours will it last?
So this one lasts. I'm good for like 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, even more than that.
When it's fully charged.
When it's fully charged, I can the whole night. I go the whole night.
Okay.
Until the morning, and the morning obviously the solar comes in and kicks in because there's sun. Even if it's raining, it still charges.
Yeah, it still charges. Jabu here is talking about the episode of Mnagwetu, and now we're reviewing.
We are going to touch it. We already are preparing it.
Yeah.
So it's there. We are going there in that direction.
Those
tomorrow
who haven't watched it, please watch it when it plays on Mzansi Magic. I'm not sure when the time will be, but we'll probably have to review it.
Yeah, we are reviewing it. We promise that Seleku's stuff are good, and also it's difficult to copy them because others are demotivating because people are copying them.
Yeah.
So we will be dealing with it. More probably tomorrow you'll have the first episode from our side.
Don't make the timeline promises. I think that's where I get stressed. Rather say we'll do it, because when you start putting the times and then ESCOM and then stuff happens and then I'm like, we promised. And I don't like breaking my promises to you guys. I really don't like it. It's not nice. When we promised, I like to deliver on that time that we promised. But yes, we will do it, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Let us get into it.
Yeah, okay. So today, guys, we're going to talk about a letter that Advocate Teffos sent to the police. I think it's the SAPS, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it it's not the judge.
Oh, it's the judge.
Yeah.
So this letter was sent to the
that
judge.
He said he was going to send
To the NPA.
Yes.
Okay.
It's written there. I think if you read it properly, you should be able to see who was CC'd on it.
Yeah, who was CC'd on it. So it starts off by saying, okay, it's written in the High Court of South Africa, held at Gauteng Division. Case, okay, the case number, Muzisibia and 4 others accused. So it's the state versus the 4 accused that Advocate Teffos is representing. Okay, the interference of the prosecutorial independence by Advocate A.M. Chauke, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Johannesburg. Those who don't know Advocate Chauke, he is the one who has been for is it South Gauteng? He's the NPA leader, or what do they call it in legal terms? The head of the NPA at South Gauteng.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
Yes, that jurisdiction. Yes. So the first point here is the argument of the jurisdiction is no longer an issue in above matter. The defense for accused 1 to 4 has considered to bring the application in terms of the provisions of Section 6B of the Criminal Prosecutorial Act 51 of 1977 of the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Shamila Batoyi, at any stage on or before the 4th of July 2022. The reason for the consideration of above applications are as follows. The defense of accused 1 to 4 had established that the accused 1 to 4 were forced to give confessions under duress by Brigadier Gininda and his team of investigators under Force Laura's case 3636. Yeah. So that name is appearing again. Brigadier Gininda.
Obviously, it's going to appear. Remember, it came through, like first time it came through, it was documentary.
Yes.
And then Nell had this relationship that he
working
said he
relationship.
Had. He said
yes.
he mentioned it on the documentary.
Yes, on the documentary.
So yeah, it's a name that is leading that case of 636, which branched from...
Which is the docket that was
which
made
branched from 375. Yes.
The confessions were solicited in violation of the accused 1 and 2 constitutional rights in terms of provisions of Section 35(5) of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Were in prison at the time of the murder of Senzo Meyiwa in 2014. Therefore, the issue of jurisdiction is neither here nor there due to the fact that the accused 1 to 4 detention is unlawful as the state had no prima facie evidence against them except to release the accused with immediate effect. So here it's sounding like he's applying.
Yeah. Tell me if you're done with this the first part. Yeah. So that
okay, we are done with the first part. We are on the second part now. The second part of the letter.
Yes.
So he's applying for his clients literally to be released because there's no case according to his argument. Okay, and the police arrested accused 5 who is currently serving 6 lives plus 39 years sentence by using alleged confessions of both accused 1 and 2 respectively before they even appeared before the above court.
Yeah.
So accused 1 and 2 is sounding that they were forced to confess.
I think we talked about it. It was touched also in the court. It's more or less what he said he was going to go
What
through.
he was going to do.
Yes.
The police arrested accused 5, who is currently serving 6 life plus, okay, I've read that part, in the application in terms of the provisions of Section 6B of the Act. All the defects of the handling of the arrest and detention of the accused will be fully ventilated in the contemplated application to the National Director of Public Prosecution. The said application to be brought to the attention of the National Director of Public Prosecution will then stall and or stay the current proceedings before the court until the National Director of the Public Prosecution had made the decision regarding Force Laura's case 636, 10 of 2014. The contemplated application in terms of Section 6B of the Act will be submitted to the office of the NDPP at any given time on or before the 4th of July 2022, and the NDPP will be given 7 calendar days to make a decision in this regard. The purity of this trial is questionable insofar as both the conduct of the court and the counsel for accused number 5 are concerned. The judge had given lengthy postponement of this matter unreasonably, and worse, without such postponement having been requested by any party. In particular, accused 5 in this matter, the counsel for accused 5 wittingly allowed such postponement to continue on her behest, despite the fact that she never requested such lengthy postponement. I would assume this is Advocate Mshololo.
Yeah. Tell me when you are done with the second page.
As the defense, accused 1 to 4, we are still asking ourselves the rationale behind granting such lengthy postponement for, page 2 is done. We are on page 3 now.
Okay. Yes.
This is the final page that we have. We have since written the letter to the National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, the previous and current, to withdraw Brigadier Gininda in this matter and arrest him for defeating the ends of justice. However, they never responded to our correspondences, and Brigadier Gininda continues to defeat the ends of justice in this matter, which in essence taint the credibility and the purity of this trial. We therefore had no choice but to bring the application in terms of the provisions of Section 6B of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977 to the National Director of Public Prosecution to drop and or stay the proceedings under Floslora's case 636. If our application succeeds in terms of the above provisions of the Act, it will mean that our client will be released as they are not involved in any criminal activity pertaining to the house on the 26th of October 2014, and the 7 suspects who were in that house at the time when Senzo Meyiwa was shot and killed will be prosecuted under Floslora's case 375 or 01 of 2019, with the possibilities of more senior officials of the state being arrested for defeating the ends of justice. So dated at Pretoria on this, the 30th of June 2022, and it was signed by Advocate Malisela Teffos.
Well, guys, do we need to say more about this? This guy is literally saying that, the 2 accused who actually brought accused number 5 into this case were coerced, in a sense, to actually admit into this crime. And then, therefore, if these guys are exonerated, therefore accused number 5 will be exonerated too.
As well, yes.
As well. That's why I was, and I would say this, I was disturbed when I saw Advocate Mshololo going to that direction, not resorting into this sort of quick solution that would actually exonerate the client very quickly.
And have them serve their sentence that they are currently serving.
Which is excluding what is currently happening. It is clear. It didn't need more explanation. When he was explaining it, this is what I was expecting from Advocate Mshololo. And Teffos, sorry, not Advocate Mshololo, Advocate Teffos. They were supposed to be Advocate Mshololo as a team. But now this whole lengthy thing that is now pushing the case out of what we call it, out of the timeline that could actually solve this case as quickly as it can. Do you understand? This is my problem. That was my problem. That's why I was saying, aren't they supposed to play as a team?
Work together.
Then trying to work in different dimensions. This, whatever that Advocate Mshololo could have applied for this lengthy time to actually read and do everything and analyze and present it and brief the person who's actually the client. It could have been done. While doing that, though, let us find ways that can actually exonerate you and take you out of this case once and for all. So therefore, I wouldn't need to read this whole docket of 375.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This was the way. They were supposed to actually agree in this, in doing this. This is my thinking. Now, this whole lengthy time now that is given to them.
September.
Until September. It could have been avoided through this letter. If they were both actually writing this letter and sending this letter to High Court, it could have been had more density than just one person fighting, but in a sense fighting for everyone, because it's fighting for everyone. If the clients that were coerced, as he said, were really coerced into admitting the crime, then what is the point of Advocate Mshololo even going further and reading 375 if they could solve this thing quickly? Because this was supposed to be an interim solution and say, let us see if we cannot exhaust this situation through this process. As we are doing that, my Lord, can I have time? Then that time would be granted, but in good faith with Advocate Teffos to say, okay, I'm working with you, but in case shit hit the fan, I have a backup of time that I need for me to actually go through this whole docket of 375. Do you understand? But you submit this part. It's fine. I'm going to be with you. I can also have my stamp there. I can also send the very same thing because your argument are sounding. Let us see if we cannot, because Advocate therefore is sort of in both of these cases. On the other one is sitting, listening and briefing the client, which is the family of sense. That's why he would sound sometimes conflicted. Do you understand? That's why he had to go through these both dockets. But with Advocate Mshololo, there was no need.
There was no need at all.
If they all got along and actually went
together
to this court and fought the same faith as Advocate Teffos is fighting, which will actually exonerate if this letter was to be accepted and say, okay, we take into account what you said and we feel that the case indeed was jeopardized by this coercion that happened to your client. Therefore, there is no need to go to September. The case will be exhausted, then 375 would start as quick as possible. But now 375 is going to be postponed even further 2-3 years back because of this 636. That could be a wrong sitting in any case.
How do you feel about the calling of Brigadier Gninda to be charged?
If really the feeling is that Brigadier did something wrong, is a person of law, indeed, then he must be charged. If really, as we are made to feel that way through this letter, through Advocate Teffos mentioning it again and again. Now there are names that are put into whatever that Advocate Teffos has been saying, that there are big people that would need to be actually questioned and be arrested. If that is the case and there is really evidence of such, then obviously you took an oath that you will serve in a right and acceptable way. So if you've touched the boundaries of the law, you went outside of it in trying to push a certain narrative that can jeopardize this whole case, then you are guilty of that. If really you did it, then you should be charged accordingly, and you should be charged in a manner that would set an example. Do you understand? Then that is my submission.
Okay. I happen to agree with that. If there's any wrongdoing that he did, then he must face the law.
Yes. We are not saying that, but we are just looking at what is. Yeah, those are the ifs based on this letter. The ifs that we have. Do you understand? So that is basically what I have to say about this letter.
Okay, should we move on?
Now, I think the bigger one that actually brought us here is Kelly, a convenient interview.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
It was a very
Kelly's convenient interview, and we have it in an audio format. We will listen to it with you.
Yes.
And then, because obviously of copyrights, we are going to have to go through this route of audio. We have a
because
video.
we are not sure.
I think everyone knows Kelly. So we will just go through this whole process.
This interview, because it was quite interesting. It happened at the launch of her reality TV show last week. So she had a press conference at the launch of her reality show, where journalists from different news publications were invited, and she decided to give an interview to tell her side of the story. She's been quiet throughout trial. She's been quiet all this time, and at the launch of her reality show, she decides to speak. Let's hear what she had to say. I haven't listened to the whole interview, guys.
Where your name is once more in the headlines. Let's just talk about how are you and how have the past 8 years been?
It is quite peculiar how everyone wants to know how I am. However, yes, I've had, things happen to me. And with that being said, I've been great, protected by the powers beyond me. And I'm in good space. And I'm happy that finally we are at the point where the law wants to take a step where this matter is concerned. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait for this to unfold.
In your promo, you say they hate me because they wanted me to die that day. Who is they? And why would they want you dead?
And I've said this to one of the interviewers, and I'll say this to you again. Watch the show.
Tell me how you feel about the justice system in South Africa. Do you feel victimized? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel that it protects victims of violence?
See, we have a problem in our country. And this is not just about Khumalo as the musician, but this is about an individual in the pits and darkest place of wherever it is, where they lose loved ones and justice is not served. And I once, said something about this in my Instagram page. And to my surprise, I had a lot of people who were saying, Kelly, we support and agree with you, because we are some of the South African citizens that have been robbed of justice in this country simply because for some reason the law is not playing the part that is supposed to play. And that's what every South African is going through right now, Slee.
You also say in your promo that there's ups, there's downs that you've been through. What's been the lowest point for you?
I think the lowest point for me is being let down by the law. As a South African citizen, I trust and believe in the law to protect not just me, but my family and also our society. But with what has happened to me, I've had my life threatened. I have my family threatened, not once but multiple times, and I feel like the law is not coming into place to protect and make me feel that, you know what, it is within my right to have protection, not only for myself but also for my family.
Let's talk about family. Tingo is 8 years old, and does she have a relationship with the family of Senzo Meyiwa? Do you have a relationship with them?
I would leave that question to my attorney, because I simply feel that there's a lot of legalities that are in place, and then I leave that to Magdalene.
At the time of Senzo's death, you were madly in love. It was very obvious. Do you miss him?
All the time.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of doubt. and not just missing him. And I think that he could have been an amazing father to our daughter, as he had been an amazing father to his two older daughters, which is Namhle and Tando. So, where Senzo is concerned, I have no reservations and no doubts of him, his character, and him as a father.
You found out in your relationship that he was married. Why did you want to continue with it?
I did not continue. He dropped his relationship to be with me.
Your lawyer has also maintained that you want your day in court.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? My daughter's father was murdered, and nobody deserves that. My life has been in danger since day one of the murder, and the people I love have been in danger, and that includes my attorney. So, how would I not want my day in court? Because I believe with everything that if the court or the judge or the public wants to know anything, I'm one of the people that needs to say something. But however, the public does not understand the procedure of the court proceedings. I cannot just get on TV and speak whichever way that I want to, even if I wanted to. However, there's court proceedings that needs to be adhered to.
Magdalene, just give me a sense of, as watch brief, how you're feeling in terms of how the trial is unfolding. We're seeing a lot of developments around the defense trying to get the charges dropped, and of course this delay where the trial is actually going to resume officially in September.
Slee, you and I both know there was a docket 375 which had no merit. We got thrown in with a eyewitness that saw a trigger. Years ago, we were told that there were people who were paid to kill Senzo. How do you respond to the pattern of a crime changing from they were hired or bought killers to the person killing the person themselves, to things that are now emanating excuse me, in the media, which are not legally sound, binding, factual and evidentiary. For me, I'm going to now consult in terms of international law and prepare a submission, because I believe that this matter is about Twitter. It's not about the law. This is not the way the system must work. And I'm saying I'm going to stick to the rules of the court as I've been bound as an officer of the court. Jazakallah. There is no point that we are not going to litigate, my darling. We're just, like these things are developing. We just need to be sure that we are able to accumulate all of these allegations and present them in a solidified, sophisticated and an elegant manner. And you may be surprised that if the jurisdiction of South Africa does not satisfy us, we will escalate it. Because my client is not going to be a victim of Defense 125.
Kelly, your detractors have been on a social media campaign calling for you to be cancelled, saying that you are profiting off of the death of Tingo's father?
With the allowance of my attorney, can I just say this, Maggie?
No, it referred to it.
So, no, first of all, I was Kelly Khumalo before senzo meyiwa. I did not know who senzo meyiwa was until a friend of mine, Lucia Mtiane, explained to me who he was. Nobody knew who senzo meyiwa was until he was attached to the brand Kelly Khumalo. So, really, I have nothing to gain. I've had nothing to gain with either his wins or his losses. Nothing to gain. All I had was love for him, nothing else.
Well, nobody knew who Senzo was until Senzo was associated with Kelly Khumalo's brand. Those are the words coming through Kelly Khumalo. Wow.
We did not know who the captain of Bafana
So the
Bafana
people
was.
who were there at the funeral, the people
That
who
filled
were
that
there at
entire
the funeral,
stadium.
the people who were watching Senzo at the stadiums, at Orlando Stadium, at everywhere, South Africa, Senzo was not known until he was associated with Kelly Khumalo.
You were there because of her.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. Let us start from the beginning. I saw you were jotting things down, trying to keep up with this whole interview that is very, according to me, very convenient at the time where Kelly is about to be launched in a Showmax. And then this interview, and again, Senzo's name comes out. Every time, even when there's a song, the new song that Kelly is doing, Senzo's name would come up. And then
You
the
know,
blame.
in that trailer, we did not discuss that trailer. We just decided to leave it alone.
Yeah.
But in that trailer, she said something very disturbing. She said those people wished that I was the one who had died that day. And I'm like, what is she talking about? And then now they are asking her about that, what she was saying, what she meant. And she said, watch the show.
There you go. That's where everything just changes, because it seems as if, again, as much as she's saying no, it's not. I'm not profit. It seems as if she's doing exactly what she's being asked about. She's doing exactly that, because what else? What else can we say? If you refer us to a show, we want to know the truth about someone passing away. All you can tell us about is the show. Watch the show. Watch the show. The show is the only thing that will tell you the truth. And how many times have you been watching these things and going through these things that you refer us to, and we still
Don't have answers.
don't have answers?
We still don't know.
And listen to the lawyer. The lawyer is now seemingly saying, indirectly so, the feeling of saying that the five guys accused is not going to be a fall of the five guys accused. Does that mean now Kelly would say these are the people? Does it mean that if Kelly was called into a stand and talk and say, are these the people that you saw that day?
Will she answer that?
Will she answer that as yes? Because
is it a yes
by you saying that,
or is it a no?
Kelly is not going to take a fall of the five guys. Basically, it sounds like you're saying these are the correct five guys, which it hasn't been established whether these are the correct or wrong guys.
And the last time, Advocate Munsami was crying about the fact that they were not called for a watch brief to identify those five guys. That's what she was emphasizing a lot in these interviews in the past month.
There you go. There you have it. What else can we say?
I don't know. I feel that this interview was a bad idea.
No,
And here's my
it's
reason
never
why.
a bad idea. Just before you go to your reasons, it's never a bad idea for Kill. This interview is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Trend, move around, make people talk. Check your Twitter. Your Twitter.
She's trending.
She's trending.
For that specific sentence where she said that she did not know who Senzo Meyiwa was. Nobody knew who Senzo Meyiwa was. I can get that people who didn't watch soccer didn't know who he was. But I didn't watch soccer, but I knew who he was. I knew Senzo Meyiwa. He was the captain of Bafana Bafana at the time.
Exactly.
There's no way I could not know who he was.
Exactly.
So it's very confusing when you say stuff like this. It's confusing a lot of people. It's confusing.
Yes, we knew you. We knew you. You came in as a virgin. Mm-hmm. Yes, we knew you.
But
there were pictures of you circulating.
We also knew Senzo.
But we also knew Senzo.
We also knew Senzo. Pela, soccer at that time, it was very, very still much the thing. We had just come from the 2010 World Cup. So we were interested in soccer. Even those people who were not interested in soccer, around that time period, I would say we were very much interested in soccer. Even if we didn't watch it like that, we knew who the captain of Bafana Bafana was.
Exactly. We knew.
It was after 2010.
We knew.
And Orlando Pirates is a very big club in South Africa.
Not in South Africa.
In
international.
Africa,
they know that there's Kaizer Chiefs, there's Orlando Pirates. You know?
It's a huge team. So
it's the very same team that has produced people like Bo McFish, who were playing for Bolton Wanderers. It's the very same team.
Mm-hmm. So
the very same team that had a goalkeeper that was currently at the time training Senzo, William Okpara from Nigeria.
Yes.
So there is no way that Senzo is the very same guy who stopped 2 penalties in CAF to take Pirates through. We knew Senzo. We knew who Senzo was. No one can convince us otherwise that we didn't know Senzo. We knew Senzo. A very bubble guy who was very happy.
Wow. And then blaming the justice system and saying, because the justice system, did not do what it was supposed to do. She doesn't feel safe.
I like that.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
When she communicates this, she communicated it on Instagram, and all the gossip blogs managed to miss it. But she communicated it according to her. And she's saying that people were actually reaching out to her and telling her about all the cases that they had with their family members going cold. She now says this. Okay, I can think of a lot of people that were influenced in situations like this. Ne? I can think, I don't know how many people watched reality shows from America. I remember Yendi, at some point her husband was arrested. Ne? He had done the crime, but she was advocating for prisoners' rights in the prison. She became a whole activist. She's a celebrity. But she started speaking of the unfair treatment that were happening to prisoners, making noise around that situation because she couldn't understand what was happening inside. Sometimes she'd want to go and visit her husband, and she was told not to go there. She was given a lot of instructions that would not make sense. She became a whole activist for that movement because it affected her personally, right?
Now,
she used her fame for that.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to understand is, if this touches you like this, then why are we only hearing about it at the launch of your reality show?
It's a same pattern of people who get affected when it suits them, when they need the support of a certain group. And we've talked about it before. It sounds similar. It sounds similar to what Black Coffee's wife did. It sounds similar. Do you understand? It sounds similar. And when we say that, we become enemies of this public.
She's had 8 years to become an activist for all of these families. Gather them all. Open something, Say, become loud that I need my baby daddy's case to be solved. Hire PIs if you have to. Make sure that you get to the bottom of it. But you've been quiet. You've been singing. And now at this interview, at the launch of your show, you tell us that you care. It's very confusing.
Even mentioning the daughters of Senzo that are not part of this. This is this, and yet you cannot answer the question of a relationship with the family.
No,
Yet
it
you
must be
can
answered by
mention-
her lawyer.
Yet you can mention the daughters who are not with you.
It's a legal matter. Njani?
When you are asked about this question, it
Kelly,
becomes a legal matter.
Awumeka kancane Kelly. Iba illegal matter kanjani ngoba Senzo has passed on.
I think Kelly is just playing victims all the time. Victim.
Illegal matter kanjani ngoba ubaba akasekho.
She's telling us that she's being attacked for 8 years up to now. Since the day Senzo passed away, she has been attacked. And talking about the police in the same line. What is she saying? Was she supposed to be guided by the police?
Yes, that's what maybe she wants.
Did she open the case of this? Is there any case in
that
pending
says I've been
that says
harassed,
that
my
I've been
life is
harassed by so
threatened?
and so?
Where
And
is the case
there
number?
is no case. You are just touching the surface that borders a lot of people. That to me seems like you are just using whatever. Like Kelly is the same person who says Senzo separated with Mandisa, but yet the divorce was not there. This sounds like someone who's thumb-sucking everything just because I need. So just to dodge the question of how did you date someone's man? I'm gonna say they were separated. What proof did you have that they were separated? Zero.
There's no proof.
There's no proof.
Where are the divorce papers? Where
No
did they
papers.
divorce?
Nothing.
Hayi kwaze kwanzima. I'm trying to understand what is going on here, but I'm not getting it, guys. Maybe you guys are getting it. I'm not. I don't understand what's happening. I don't get it. And then Advocate Munsami also saying that she will consult international law. Now she's diverting this whole allegations narrative to Twitter now.
It seems to me she's broadening up the scope into saying that should my client lose, therefore I would have to consult internationally. I have one word for such. I've seen consulting or doing international or including international law. It does broaden the scope up. I've seen in the case of Jacob Zuma that happening, but eventually the national law takes charge.
Yeah, konje Jacob Zuma was under the same.
Yeah, and I don't think. Well, I might be undermining here because maybe I'm wrong. I don't
Maybe
think the finances to go through all that, I don't think
It's a lot of money.
I don't think they're there. I might be wrong, but I don't think they're there.
Taking it to
We
Twitter.
know how long it takes in this court.
So you are taking it to Twitter, the court of public opinion.
Yes.
So you are more bothered about the public opinion than you are about exonerating
Then
your client.
in trying to do so, you can always say that it is tarnishing the name of my client, as she's using inverted commas and speaking. She has adopted the Kelly way of talking. Actually, I was watching her. Guys, if you want to go and watch the video, I'm sure it's there on. But
This system has just.
she has adopted the Kelly way of even mocking and laughing and all that. This is not a laughing matter. Your Senzo, the father of your daughter.
The father of your daughter, your baby daddy.
This is just out of, I don't know, man.
No, it was out of touch, that interview. I don't know what she was thinking. It really did not do what it was supposed to do.
And
maybe there was a plan.
By the way,
I don't know.
don't think, after watching a lot of realities,
Yes.
I'm not going to Showmax to watch Kelly Khumalo.
No, me either.
I'm not going to do that because I know there's nothing that I'll get.
I've
there.
watched 3 seasons. I didn't get anything.
Nah,
so
nothing.
I'm not watching
There's
this
really
one.
nothing that
There's
you'll
nothing.
get there. According to me, I'm not gonna go there and waste time. And
It's not like on the reality show she's gonna tell us what happened that day. No, she's not.
no. Go watch the show.
No.
No, no.
And
According to me, I don't think I'll watch that thing.
I mean, I might watch out of curiosity, but as
But
for
I've-
watching every single
I've
episode,
never.
it's exhausting watching Kelly Khumalo's show,
I'm not gonna waste my
especially
data.
when you have this
I'm
story
not
in
gonna
your mind.
waste my data. No.
It's very difficult.
No.
It's draining. It's like, what is happening? What
I'm
am
not
I
wasting my
watching?
data. No way I'm wasting my data. This thing is on Showmax, meaning
Yes.
that it requires me to have data.
Yes.
No, I'm not wasting my data. I've checked some. I've never watched a full episode of Kelly. So I'm not even about to start. People will talk about it. We will see what people say on Twitter.
what they have to say.
But I can literally tell you, there is nothing that people.
She's
will be
getting dragged on Twitter. Hey,
The
today.
only thing that you'll be getting is the son, Jub's son, and a lot of things that are happening, and obviously the sister is not that part of it, I would assume, because she kind of refused. As
She
we said.
refused, yeah.
So basically, you'll be following Kelly Khumalo, and Kelly Khumalo saying a lot of things and showing you the music which she sings and all that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So guys, let us know what you think. I think now we can open the lines. You guys can call in and let us what you thought of that interview. What are your opinions are? How do you feel? Is it antagonizing? What is going on? Is this a media campaign? What exactly is going on? Because it doesn't make sense.
To me, it looks like a media campaign.
It doesn't make sense
To me,
at
it
all.
looks like
The
a-
timing of it. What do you guys have to say?
Yeah, to me, it looks like a let me make my show trend. It's trending now.
Her name is trending, so
Yeah.
the show might do the ratings because now she has created an appetite for people that are curious. But I would say that me watching those 3 seasons, I have nothing.
You see, the fact that she needs a lawyer to even do this brief of the show, it just worries me. Look, if I'm good, if I am good and I'm 120% that I am good, I'm going to go and have a conference and talk about my show. And whatever question that would come, I'll be able to deal with it because I know inside I am fine.
But the problem here is, if she said, only ask me questions about the show, were all of these media publications going to show up? That is the question we must ask ourselves.
No, they were not. They were not. Few were going to show up.
You've answered my question. Let me try and read some of the comments.
Guys, please subscribe. And
Guys, don't
please
forget to
like
subscribe
our
and
videos.
like the video.
We are 91. So far I see 24 likes. I don't know. Maybe it's not updated on my site. And we are open now. WhatsApp, you can call on WhatsApp.
Yes,
Uh,
the
you
number is scrolling down.
You can call the number that is scrolling down as 071. That's the number that you can call. And then for WhatsApp call, you can call 0676190343. Those are the numbers. The other one for calling is 0711530706. That's the number that you can call. Then you will be able to actually engage with us here. There is nothing. You can call as Anonymous, as
Yes.
Mr. Anonymous sitting here.
Yes.
You can call, have your name. We are just discussing the public opinion.
It's
There is nothing
public
sinister
opinion.
about it. We are not looking to sway a certain narrative. As always, we are going to discuss what is in the public eye. And that's what we are doing. With everything that we do here, we don't look to attack people, but we just are honest in what we are thinking, and that's it.
And that's it. We are giving our opinion. We don't know anything about these people. We know what they show us. And today, Kelly Khumalo decided to show us an interview of herself.
At the right time when this letter also came out.
At the right time as the letter came out.
So we decided to squash it together.
And talk about it.
Talk about it.
So Nokwazi Shezi says, Emily, is it possible to review Zomisi's reality show, especially her daughter issue?
Let me say this. Maybe I should say it.
Say it.
When we review the show, when we choose the show to review, we don't just take the shows just because it comes
Or it's trending.
as trending, or it comes. We don't just hope in. One, we review the show that is more closer to what is real, because this is reality, right?
Yes.
We don't review the shows that are looking to make it look glamorous. Do you understand? Somizi is well marketed. Somizi is fine wherever he is and is enjoying. I don't think that there is more to learn from Somizi, considering the surrounding of whatever that Somizi has been going through and the news. So it becomes difficult for us to actually go and try to read someone like that.
Yeah.
Because some of the things we know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You understand? When we go to a reality TV and choose the reality TV that we're going to review, we look at how you are, what could be hidden about you. In this case, everything is in the public.
Yeah.
So we cannot go and touch that and also talk about the daughter who on her own is an actor. Do you understand? She's an actor. So whatever that you might be seeing there, it might be something that they talked about.
Yeah, they prepared.
They
obviously.
prepared, and she acted it well, and then it caught your eyes. I prefer looking at people that do not have an acting experience,
Ordinary.
because they
people.
always give certain things away.
People like you and me.
Do you understand? People that have acting experience, they will act things, and you'll be surprised. You'll feel sad. You'll feel like you want to cry, but it's an acting. You are in an acting class. That's why we don't look at it.
Okay, I hope that answers your question. And by the way, I haven't watched the show. I don't watch it. Iyangihlula mina personally, I can't watch it. I don't find it entertaining enough for me. Kunabantu abayinjoyayo, kodwa na it's not my taste. It's not my niche.
Yeah, we are really sorry about not having to. We have seen it. We have access to it. I have seen it a bit, but I fail to finish it all the time. That he needs people from outside to make it have a spark. That's why he's inviting people. It's like a round table now, type of a thing. So that tells you how difficult it is to actually watch, because it's mostly about those people, not about some music.
Hope that answers your question. Nogwazi also says, guys, Kelly Khumalo's voice alone ingiphathisi ngesisu. Nogwazi Shezi Emily fix. Okay, I'm sorry about my face. And then Zaki says, hi Sana, she's trying hard, pretentious to the core. And Sis 64th, you'd swear she wasn't in the house when this happened. Geez, how does she still have a show on DSTV? Maybe that's a question we should ask, because I know that if this was a man, the tables would have been very much...
It would be difficult to say that, because we are so invested in trying to defend certain gender and not looking at certain things holistically. So it is difficult to actually say, hey, why? Because there are people who are supporting her, but let the man be the one, and it becomes everyone, even men, against that guy.
Lest we not forget Java. Lest we not forget Katlego boy.
Yes, and no one went back to say, guys, we were wrong. Do you know? No one went back to make that
was
thing
taken,
fair.
stripped off.
Every
job that he had was taken away.
Exactly.
Because of an allegation, an accusation.
Here is an allegation which is a test of character to us, people who really are good in trying to apply the laws, as we say. Why do we have a show?
We don't know.
It's beyond my scope.
We don't know.
It is beyond my scope.
Nokwazi Shezi Ntswagi, hi, ne accent to private school sana. You're like dragging. And Zaki says, guys, she doesn't sound sober. Hayini. And Tandazo Mhluzi. Yolo Sisi, she's making me so mad. Simpua Alfred, she is coughing lies. B. Wraith Mayor, my opinion is I think the Meyiwa family have been robbed of justice. And not Kelly Khumalo. Really, is she becoming the victim now? I really don't understand this woman. She needs a psychiatrist. Nolwazi Mkhonta, yabona guys, Emily is finding it hard to hold herself. Uyasha. Hi guys, there's something about how Kelly speaks. It just it's very aggravating. Like in this interview ngathi uvele waba worse because I know that she can speak a little bit faster and I know she can speak best. She even can do a Russian accent, for heaven's sake. I know she can speak well. On this interview, she just decided to pick another tone. Esingayazi. Since 64th, we didn't know our captain. Yeah, but we didn't know him. We didn't. Zuzu says she sounds drunk. And Nogwazi Shezi, the Meyiwa family must sort her traditionally, man. This is ridiculous. And Zet Makumalo says maybe Kelly wasn't into soccer before Senzo Meyiwa. We all knew Senzo and we knew Kelly because of Jub Jub.
I think it's kind of a bit late for traditional way of dealing with things. Yes, there might be something like that, but that will actually be more costly. I don't think it's gonna be effective. We have amnesia about the fact that it was alleged that immediately after the incident there was a cleansing done. So I don't think that even dealing with it is gonna work. It's not gonna do anything. No. Hello? That got me. Hi.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can definitely hear you. Welcome to Mzansi Reality. How are you doing?
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes. You are there. You can shoot.
Hello?
Yeah, you can shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a bad experience of, I think...
I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, look, Emily, when you do that, when you talk about that, there are a lot of factors that you need to take into consideration. If you are going to shut down someone after shooting them, it normally works well if you are going to. That's why when they normally do it, they need your blood. They take your blood and go with it in the cleansing side, which is what I don't think could have happened. There is a chance.
Oh, the blood immediately after the incident has happened.
Yeah. In our days, when they do it, when they come to you and want to, they do that and take your blood right away.
Oh.
Yeah. So it can still, but the quicker one and the more efficient one is where you just make that person to come back and fight for himself. That's before you bury them. That one, 8 years is too long. It's going to be a year or so. Less than a year even, depending on how fast it is. We Africans forget these things. I don't know how Magasenzo forgot it because he went to Isangoma at some point, right?
But what about the affiliation with the traditional healer who appeared on the documentary?
When you be...
I have to think about everything.
I always say this. You are puzzled by a lot of media people.
Okay. Okay, I understand what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, I am.
There's a lot of people that are not showing in media that are really dangerous. But
Zetma Khumalo says maybe Kelly wasn't into soccer before Senzo Meyiwa. We all knew who Senzo was and we knew Kelly because of Jub Jub. Duduma Khula says even Malawans know who Senzo Meyiwa was.
Yes, exactly, because he was playing in Africa.
Yes.
Hello, have you gotten a right spot? Hello?
Hi, welcome back.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
yes.
Sorry, I'm having some network issues on my side.
It's load shedding on our side. Just shoot.
Oh, I was just reading what C64 comment here
Yeah.
about this
Yes.
woman. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just watching Uzalo today, and they were also talking about such things. There was some woman who was bullying some other. I think they are married or something, but she
Yes.
was bullying. She was bullying him. So I think some TV shows are trying to solve this issue somehow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I also think that I also agree with you guys. If it was a man, there would be some hashtags saying not to buy him music or something.
And the brands would buy into that hashtag.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I think there is some inequality somewhere somehow.
Exactly. That's what we normally talk about.
But now the thing is, it's not that easy to talk about these things, especially against women, because you're gonna be attacked.
Yes. Yes.
That is true.
Yeah. Thank you
It's
very much.
true.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, we have a fair icebreaker then. If you
Yeah.
were afraid of calling, you see,
You
didn't mention his name.
Just use the number. Use
just
the
came in.
number in the screen below. How? Phone, phone. How? And
Guys, please press that subscribe button and that
also
like and bell button.
subscribe
Please,
and like the
please,
video.
please,
If you
please.
want us to continue, encourage us with pressing that like button.
Yes.
Let
yes,
us know,
yes,
okay?
yes.
So that we don't wallow off in the wrong direction. Let us know that
exactly.
I like this content and press that like button.
Exactly.
Don't be shy.
Exactly. That's what we are looking for, guys. Please come back here and call us also. We are here today. We are here for you. The aim was to talk about what we have talked about. We have exhausted it, but we always give chance to everyone. Are you done reading the comments?
No. Zuzu says, okay, Sis 64th. Kelly Spark was long dead when she was with Senzo Nje. After Jub Jub, it was curtains. I'm glad Sis 64th remembers that, because we even mentioned it when we were reviewing the documentary. A lot was happening before she dated Senzo Meyiwa.
Exactly.
A lot.
Exactly.
And having Senzo come in with his kind heart and overlook everything that had happened and said, I love this woman. That was a powerful moment.
Yes.
And Kelly has amnesia about that, according to what we just heard. Zuzu says she is not only a singer, but she can act too. Kat yadina lo namanga. Nzwaki says she's a narcissist. She feels nothing. We are not watching that crap, guys. Cashing in on us, narcissist. Zima Khumalo, she mentioned that Senzo had left with his wife for her. When?
That's the question that I asked. I think that one of saying that they were done. I mean, as a person who's spiritual and do all those things, and I mean, it's not good to take someone's husband.
According to the documentary, Senzo wanted to go see Mandisa at a party.
That theory is
on
allowed.
The same day.
That theory is allowed. Even the friend is actually saying the very same thing.
So, yes, Dita Gengoku. Senzo wasn't divorced or even initiated a process of divorce at the time of his death. So they were cheating at the time of his death. Nzwaki says, the only thing I'm saying, she's not sober and she's not drunk of whiskey or beer, if you know what I mean. Sis 64th, Mr. Anon, not even separated with the wife. She said he dropped that. How do you drop a marriage? Yeah. Sis 64th, Tobeka D, the fact that her fans have turned their backs on her in support of someone who was introduced to the world through her speaks volumes about her. Nzwaki says, Yena no Somizi are playing us. Their reality shows are stale, Shem.
Exactly. That's my feeling when I review them.
Difficult.
Can you imagine me having to go through all this thing?
Difficult.
It's even difficult to look at Somizi's kid because she's an actor. I've seen her in Zwide.
Yes, she
She's an
actually
actor.
acts. She's a professional
She's
actor,
an actor.
now. Yes,
So how are you going to
acts.
review an actor?
Even baby mama Kazomisi, she's also an actress.
Exactly. So everything that is done there, you are supposed to hear.
Lucia Cooper, Somizi's friend, best friend, is an actress.
Everything that is done there, you are supposed to hear. It's not a mistake. It's not a coincidence that it came up. It's meant for you to hear it and react the way you are reacting.
Even if it's outrageous.
I think that's how I've just reviewed everything.
Okay, so yes. Where was I? Mpumi H. Yes. She sounds intoxicated. I don't know about that, Mpumi. Nzwaki says, Ed Mpumi, not alcohol. Sure, batung nina. Nizomfaka enkingeni.
Is there something very...
I was Zaki uthi. And Mpumi H, not alcohol. Some sniffing stuff nesana. Angeke. Some sniffing stuff.
Whoa. Why you keep on repeating it? It's fine. Go past.
Allegedly, it's not me. It's not me, okay? Mpumi H. And Nzwaki, yes, she is struggling. Nzwaki, my opinion is this PR for future legal costs. September is around the corner. Good question, actually, Nzwaki. Could this be PR for future legal costs? Because September is around the corner. Cindy Ndlangamandla, cha, y'all are probably wrapping up. I'm sorry, Cindy. I'm sorry.
Maybe you should just call in, Cindy.
You can call in, and share your opinion of what you thought.
Of what you had a dream of.
And then Cindy also says, hey guys, with the heart emoji. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making time for this live stream. Nzwaki. Siyafana, Emily, not for me either. Hey, reality show yama celeb guys ayangidlula.
Okay, here is Minenhle Hlope. Senzo was my homeboy, same township, same section, and for Kelly to be using his dad to promote her reality show is a disgrace. Talking about everyone knew him when they started dating, sis.
Minenhle, can you call us? Can you call in?
Yeah, man.
But it's something. Hey, I can only imagine. You guys were seeing Senzo. You in the same hood. You knew of him. You knew what kind of a person he was.
No, Senzo was not difficult to read, guys. Like, even if you didn't stay with it. Like, as I said, I remember when I was at Loftus, we went to, players have that thing of ego. When you greet them, it's like now they are no, Senzo was simple. Like, after that game, we called him, hey, Senzo Osala. He came to the side where we were after the game. He came. And then he greeted us, high five and all that. That
High
time.
five.
Yeah.
So you actually touched.
Hello.
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 Hi guys, good evening.
Hi. How are you?
Hello.
Mine, I'm thinking that Kelly Khumalo is just using this to benefit, since that we know that the father of Senzo cut Kelly Khumalo off. Maybe she's still angry about it, and then she wanna use it and wanna use Senzo's name until she gets enough money, because she lost at the time Senzo passed on. And the issues of the cars. Remember that she didn't want to give them the car and stuff. So it shows that Kelly still wants something out of Senzo. So I don't think the show will benefit her show, the Netflix one. It won't benefit us with anything. Anyway, she won't tell us the truth.
No.
So it's just for her to get more money. So at this point, I feel that she's being just heartless about it. Yeah, that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, thank you for your opinion.
Okay, bye guys. Good night.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. And Lungelo Mtungwa, hey, Ea Katlego Mabue is painful, guys. As a man, Ea Tusa. Mini Muti says, Muti, is justice for senzo meyiwa. Nokwazi shezi, true, Mr. Anonymous. With my brother, it was just only a year, and the guy who killed him also died. Speaking about what you were talking about. Clarification.
Zwaki is referring to Ntu. Okay, we get it. That's
Thomas
your opinion,
Lucas says, what does it take for these guys to confess the ordeal? Thomas, we don't know at this point. We don't know.
Why wasn't she didn't go to SAPC for an interview? Because ENCA, because everyone think is fishing on that broadcasting. Yeah, there's lack of trust in ENCA. We are also myself. This is me. I don't think I take a lot of things that they say. You know, like ENCA, like they have people for me that I feel like they repeat them on purpose if they're talking about certain things. You understand? That's for me. I'm not against them. I'm just, my feeling is that they have this way of interviewing that I don't like.
Because we even heard
I'm not gonna go further in it because I'm not attacking them, but I'm just gonna say
it's not also an attack, what I want to say, because I want to bring up the question that when she was asked about the child and the relationship that the child has with the Meyiwa family, the journalist didn't answer that question. And it was the same journalist who was interviewing her about the interview she conducted.
She sounded to me as a friend, type of a thing, you know.
That like, she doesn't want to burn any bridges.
Yeah, she sounded like a friend. She was more defending in this case. When she was busy narrating the story later, you can go to YouTube and listen to her. She sounded like she's a friend,
sympathetic, and
So please, guys, subscribe. I'm there for subscribers and like, guys. We have 37. We have 104 people watching. Please like the video if you feel that this content is good for you.
And where was I? Tobeka D Haibo. Nzwaki is referring, okay, I've read this one, and then Nzwaki, okay, Nanpinki says, yo, I'm late, guys. I'll watch from the beginning. Can we please review Gogos Koteni's show? Yo, guys, your request. I am laughing because, hi, guys, what is happening?
No, look. We are not, let me answer the question again. We are not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Reason being is we have talked about a lot of things, and not to say there is nothing happening there. We saw her; she was close to being fully naked and all that. But look, can we get izangoma that are selling ubungoma in a right way on TV?
Yeah.
Because my feeling when I watch the show is that Moja Love is always choosing people that are looking controversial in a sense. Do you understand? And that turns me off because I'm gonna go hard and then next thing I'm gonna become an enemy.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Can we get izangoma? If really the people that look the life of Isangoma and live the life of Isangoma. Do you understand? We've never gotten people like that on TV. They always go get the ones that
and
are
another thing is that
Twitter.
Gogos Koteni has a cult following. That's another thing. Okay. She has a cult following. I feel like Moja Love was smart in choosing her because they saw her numbers on social media.
No, that's the thing. What happens in social media does not translate into good TV. Now, we have seen many times people being brought because of their Twitter followings. Do you understand? That thing does not translate into good
Instagram.
television. What translates to good television is your personality. It's not your Instagram that is going to go there and do what you need to do. It's not. It's a very lame kind of thing to do. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. I hear you. And then Siabonga Mgugudo says, I wish SABC interviewed her cause for ENCA red flag because everything is fishy on that broadcast. Every person who talks about the case is against Teffos.
There you go.
According to Siabonga.
This is according to Siabonga. And the feeling is the same for Tungara. That's how I feel. Well, I think, Emily, we are done. It's a wrap up for us. No one calls in. We love you guys. Please subscribe. And please, we will try to look into your requests, guys. But luckily, because we are live now, we can answer
some of the questions.
Like, some of these
and
questions.
Regarding that scene, Yamapuna Puna, and it felt like, okay, even Notao, it was the same scene.
Yes.
Was it not the same thing?
It looked similar to what Tao was doing.
It's like one concept was copied. We don't know who copied who.
Look, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Again, for me, a show that plays in Moja Love now, I sort of lose interest. They were good when they started, but they are losing the plot.
Something is happening over there. We just don't know what's going on.
Something is not right.
Something's not right.
Yeah. Something is not right. Something needs to change.
Nothing against Gogo Skoteni. I mean, she's doing her thing.
Get Babam Beche from Mnagwetu. I mean, there are many people that you can get from Mnagwetu. Even we wanted Magai Shonj. They won't get people like that because those are the people that are good for cameras on TV.
Yes, charismatic.
They just do it and naturally.
Even Umpeje Pela was a showstopper. Getting him his own would not be such a bad idea.
Exactly.
He was doing the things, man.
So this is the problem.
Especially his father.
This is the problem.
I can watch that old man every day and be entertained. that old man, he did the things. I wasn't expecting him to be so entertaining. But hopefully they catch it and they see the vision.
Guys, we are leaving you now. That 92, if it can turn to subscribers, it would be good.
How, Batung? Subscribe, you guys. Please subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of commentary. And until the next one, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on another live stream. Bye.
A good night.
Okay.